What's up, guys? It's Bumpkins. Today is Wednesday, August 11th. Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day means new comic book haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, Tennessee for a good stack of books, but actually, finally, kind of a lighter week, at least by my buying standards. But hey, I'm not complaining. Still plenty of good stuff here. Let's jump right into it. Over on the Marvel side, we've got Avengers. Tech on Avengers number 1, just like Avengers Mech Strike. All I need is Avengers and some kind of mechs or mech suits or robots or something like that, and I'm sold, so that's going to be fun. We've got Daredevil number 33, still haven't read this series, but I've got a bunch of it down here ready to catch up on when I'm ready, so that's super cool. Fantastic Four Life Story number 3. This one takes place in the 80s, the decade that I grew up in. Just kidding, I'm not that old. But I haven't read the first 2 yet, but like I said, Spider-Man Life Story was fantastic. I expect this series to be the same. Miles Morales number 29. This is the Gamer Marvel Duel variant. I'm not real sure what that game is, but this is the variant that ties into that, and that looks kind of neat. And that's actually it for Marvel. Over on the DC, DC was the heaviest this week. We got Batman 89 number 1. Speaking of decades that I grew up in my childhood and all that, Batman 89 number 1. This is a 6-issue miniseries that continues the story from the 1989 Batman movie. I'm not sure if it takes place after Batman Returns or if it's in between there somewhere. I'm not real sure, but it features the likeness of Michael Keaton as Batman, Bruce Wayne. It features the likeness of Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent, who is going to become Two-Face. He does not become Two-Face in this issue, but this issue is Two-Face heavy. I read it today, and it's just cool to have the 1989 Batman back in some form or fashion. So 6-issue miniseries. I can't wait to read the rest of it. Batman Urban Legends number 6, the Black Canary cover. I just thought that one was the coolest. I don't know that I've read any of this series yet either, but I'm going to eventually. And then speaking of comics I still haven't read, Detective Comics 1041, the Lieber Mayho variant. As always, I've got my stack of current Batmans down here that I'm going to catch up on at some point, so that's cool. Future State Gotham number 4, the B cover. I'd actually like to get the A cover too, because it makes it's a connecting cover. The A and B covers are connecting, which is kind of rare. It's the A cover is Harley Quinn, and then B is Punchline. Put them together, and it's a cool image. I Am Batman number 0, chronicling Jace Fox's journey to becoming the next Batman that we saw in Future State. So that's pretty cool. That's what I think is neat about Future State is. We see where the DC universe ends up supposedly, and now in some of these books anyway, we are going to see how they get to that point. So I think that's really neat. I'm interested in that. And then sort of related to all that stuff is Infinite Frontier number 4. I read this one just a little while ago, and I really like this book. I don't know a lot of what's going on. Again, I haven't read Death Metal, which I kind of think you need to sort of have read to really understand all the nuances of this book, but it's still really interesting. The characters are cool. Art by Jesus Marino and Paul Pelletier, which I think is an underrated artist. I really like his work a lot. He's in here, so I'm enjoying this story. I don't really understand some of what happened in this book, but I still recommend it. And then the Joker number 6, the B cover. Haven't read this series yet either. I'm still waiting to catch up on all the modern Batman run before I read that. Oh, and then the third printing of The Nice House on the Lake number 1, just because I love this book so much. And the first printing was just the normal cover. The second printing was the same cover, but looked like it had been burned away a little bit. The third printing is more of the same, with more of the cover being burnt away. So I'm going to get if they keep going, I'm going to get all the printings of number 1. It'd be cool if they eventually burn the cover all away until it's just the first page. That'd be kind of weird. But again, so this is number 1, which I read, when it came out. Guys, again, this book is absolutely fantastic. One of my favorites of anything that I get every month. I love this book so much. And then it was Light Image Day as well. Deep Beyond number 7. I actually didn't read number 6. I actually just dropped it from my pull list too. I'm just not loving it anymore. I was interested at first, but I'm kind of over a little bit. I might pick up the rest, the second half in trade. It's a 12-issue series. The first 5 that I read were good, but kind of done. So, but I like the cover. Ordinary Gods #2. The first one was interesting, kind of a setup. It was sort of weird, but this guy, I actually don't remember his name, but he finds out he's descendant of a god, and now he has to sort of step into those shoes, and hilarity ensues. So we'll find out what happens there. Silver Coin #5. I've liked each issue a little bit less and less. The first issue was super cool, really awesome story, and that theme did not continue through the rest of the books. I thought it was going to be somebody finds a coin, it brings them prosperity, but it also takes something from them as well. And the coin has been featured very little in issues 2 through 4. It's an anthology series, so who knows what could happen in each issue. I mean, he's holding the coin on this cover. I want to keep going because I think it could get better, but it's just not what I thought it was going to be. So I might ride it out for a little bit more, and then we'll see what happens after that. As for the rest of the indies, we've got Captain Harlock #3. The first one was okay. I didn't read the second one yet. I do have it. I'm not sure if I'll continue with this. It just depends on where the story goes. I like the artwork, I like the character and the concept and all that. I just didn't know if I was really in love with the story that this book is telling. But I'm going to read them and find out. One that's actually getting better is Bunny Mask #3. I thought the first one was just weird, but the second one got better. The second one, piqued my curiosity. So we're going to see where it goes with #3. One that I am excited for, Fight Girls #2. The first one was cool. I hate to keep referencing the Hunger Games, and I know several other people have too, but think about that when you're thinking about what this book is about. 10 women who are going through this intense physical competition that is televised to become the queen of this planet. And the first issue, by the end of the first issue, not all 10 of the women were still around. So we'll see who's left in this one, what happens to them. But Frank Cho, I love his artwork. So this is a fun book. I really enjoy this one a lot. Another one that I enjoy is Eve #4. Little girl, post-apocalyptic world. She's got a robot or an artificial intelligent teddy bear with her, and she could be the key to saving the world. The last issue ended with a really cool cliffhanger, so I'm excited to see what happens next. And this is a B cover, John Boy Myers. I love his art. This is an awesome variant, so that is cool to have. And then Masters of the Universe Revelation #2. The first one was okay, not a lot of action, but it added a lot of lore to the He-Man mythos. So this ties into the Netflix animated series, which I think is fantastic. I will argue till I'm blue in the face if you think otherwise. Real fans enjoy the Netflix show. But yeah, so we'll see what happens in this one. This takes place a little bit before the start of the new series, so excited to see what happens there. And so I got that, and then I got an extra copy from my buddy Opie because he is a big fan as well. And then The Secret Land #3. This one is pretty interesting as well. A man and woman, a couple, they're World War II era. He was behind enemy lines with the Japanese. She is undercover with the Nazis. And I thought it was just going to be sort of like a spy story, but it's getting actually kind of weird sci-fi, which is pretty interesting. So we'll see what happens next. And then one that's not new this week, but I actually missed when it first came out, is Rabid World #2. I read the first one a while back, though. I don't remember what happens, so I'll have to read it again before I read this one. But I remember I liked it, so we'll reread that. And then a couple from the dollar bin, Daredevil Annual #10 from 1994. I just thought it would go good with my other Daredevil books from this era. This is the Armored Daredevil era, which I think that costume is actually kind of cool. You take the metal pieces off of the shoulders and the legs and stuff, and I actually kind of dig that costume. So that's kind of my secret shame there. And then speaking of Daredevil 2099 #1, I don't think I've ever read this. I don't think I picked this up when it came out. Marvel Knights, so it would have been early 2000s. That's a cool cover, cool costume design. I like that a lot. Superman the Man of Steel annual number 3. I'll show you in just a second. I don't know what 94. This is also from 94. Cool. I got this just because it's an Elseworlds title. I love Elseworlds stories. I don't know what story this one is. I don't think I've read it. But oh, that's a Mike Mignola cover too, so that's super cool. But yeah, I just love Elseworlds stories, so I'm gonna read that one. And then my last one from the dollar bin is actually Black Friday number 3, which isn't really that old. It's fairly new, but I missed it the first time around. I have the first 2. I haven't read them yet. Big shocker. But the third one, which I had missed when it first came out, was sitting in the dollar bin. So I thought, sweet. I've been looking for that one, and I got it. And then, well, last thing for comics, I've got one more thing. It wouldn't be a week of me buying stuff without an omnibus. X Factor by Peter David omnibus. Is this? Yeah, X Factor by Peter David, Volume 1 is what it's officially called. This collects X Factor number 55, and then 70 through 92, X Factor Annual 7 and 8, a couple of Incredible Hulks, and a couple, some stuff from some other X Factor annuals. So yeah, this is a pretty cool era of X Factor. This is right around the time I started collecting comics, right around 91. This one may have been 92. But I've also been collecting the original X-Men years of X Factor, you know, Cyclops and Jean Grey and all those guys when they were in X Factor. But then this is when Peter David jumped on and Havoc and all these guys formed the new team. So I just thought it'd be cool to have. So that's pretty sweet. And then last but not least is not a comic book, but also wouldn't be a day of me getting stuff without another poster. This one is super cool Spider-Man poster. I don't know how well you can see it, but I haven't hung any of the other ones that I've gotten so far, but I am still working on my library in the room behind me that you can't see. More videos of that coming soon. We are making progress on it, so that'll hopefully have a home in there at some point. So guys, that's it, and we still got a few minutes left. So what do you want to talk about? I mean, we got plenty of time. Actually, since we got a couple minutes, don't forget that this coming Saturday, August 14th, is Free Comic Book Day. So if you don't know what that is, every year, except last year because it was canceled, every year, usually it's the first Saturday of every May, but it got pushed back this time. Free Comic Book Day. Most all comic book publishers create a special edition comic of whatever, specifically for Free Comic Book Day, and almost every comic shop that I know of participates in Free Comic Book Day. So you can go down, get some free comic books, take a look around, see what else your shop has for sale, support them, buy stuff. Infinity Flex here in Chattanooga is going to do some cool stuff, so I'm excited to head down there and see all the fun festivities. So yeah, this Saturday, August 14th, Free Comic Book Day. Find a comic shop near you and go get some free comics and buy some other cool stuff too. So that's actually it, guys. That's it for today. Like I said, kind of I mean, it doesn't look like it, but by my standards, it was actually sort of a light week. So, and that's fine. Guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. And if nothing else, leave me a comment. Let me know what you picked up. Did you get any dollar issues, omnibuses, posters? Was it light week for you, heavy week for you, whatever? Just let me know. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. Guys, do not forget, comic books are supposed to be fun. They are just another fun form of storytelling. Like what you like. Let everybody else like what they like. If what you like and what somebody else likes doesn't line up, that's okay. It won't hurt you. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. The great thing about comics is that there is plenty for everyone to find what they like, and it's super easy to ignore the stuff that you don't like. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.